All right, so let's get started. Seated again, sitting in whatever way makes your body feel comfortable and starting to ground down into your seat. So, just really noticing the force of gravity acting on your body, the heaviness of your seat against the mat, feeling the points of contact that you have with something else. So, like my hands are on my knees, I can feel my feet on the ground beneath me, my seat beneath me. And start to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Gently start to take some gentle movement with the head. So, you can make full circles, being really mindful about the movement. Or if that's too much because your neck's kind of feeling a bit tweaky, you can make half circles. So it's like drawing a smile across your chest with your chin. It really depends. And if that's still too much, just move in whatever way feels most organic to you and helpful for you, just to get some movement in the neck. And then start to bring some movement into the shoulders when you're ready. You can make circles or you can take the shoulders up and down. Again, really just depending on your body, what your needs are. If you are making circles going in both directions, always with yoga, we want to balance one side and then the other. And then bringing some movement into the hips and the waist. You can round the back as you come back and bring the heart center forward. There's no right way to do these kind of things. It's just what feels good in the body as you start to really pay attention to the body and how it feels, going in the opposite direction. Stay connected with the breath. Coming back to that neutral spine, doing some seated cat and cow. So I like to wiggle a lot just to shake things out. On your inhale, push your hands into your knees and lift the heart up towards the sky. Gently lift the chin. Exhale, round the back and tuck the chin. So do two more. Inhaling, lift. Exhale, release and round. Inhale, push into the hands. Shake out the wrists or make some circles with the wrists. I don't know about you, but my joints are often kind of creaky and cracky, and so I just like to move them a lot. Or when my body is like, I need to move that part of your body, I listen to what my body wants. It doesn't mean I'm letting it just tell me what to do all the time. Just like if I really feel like I need it, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take my left hand off the side of the mat, plant the palm, and then inhale the right arm up and over. So while you're in this position, you want to dial the right shoulder open, push down through the right sitting bone. You can take your gaze over towards the right. You can keep your gaze down. What makes sense for your body? Breathing into the belly. Exhale, bring the right hand down so that you're framing your left knee. Bring the left hand up so that it's parallel with the right hand and fold over the left knee, releasing the head down towards the knee. Again, grounding down through the right side so that the hip doesn't come up off of the earth. Taking a breath here and exhale. Release. Walk the hands to center and then drop the head again, grounding down through the sitting bones, shaking the head no, perhaps, and shaking the head yes. And then walking the hands over so that you're framing the right knee, grounding down through the left side. And you really might notice a big difference in one side from the other. and just noting it. Slide the hands back. Take the right hand, plant it on the outside of the right side body, and then take the left arm up and then over. You can bend into the right elbow here, dialing that left shoulder back and the heart open. You can kind of play around with the neck and the wrist if it feels good. Exhale, releasing the hands down. We're going to come onto all fours. So moving, just mindfully taking your time, and you want to line up your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. I like to keep the tops of my feet on the mat. Some people prefer to tuck their toes under. It's really about your preference. And coming into a few rounds of cat and cow in the traditional way, inhaling, lifting the heart and the tail, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. 2 more. Take the right leg and step it off the right side of the mat so that the toes and the knee are in line with one another. I'll turn this way so that you can see. Your left hand is going to stay underneath so your wrist and shoulder are in line, and then you're going to take the right arm up towards the sky, pushing into the outer edge of that right foot. Your left knee and hip are in line with one another, and you're reaching that arm up towards the sky. If that doesn't work because the shoulder is not cooperating, you can keep your hand on your waist and just dial that right shoulder open. Big breath in, exhale, reach down and through. So it's like threading the needle, but you're not going to come all the way down. Keep the right foot planted. Inhale, come up. Exhale. And then exhale, release the right hand down. Slide the hands towards the body so that you're coming all the way up. You want to make sure that your toes and knee are in line with one another. Right hand's going to rest on the outside of the right leg. The left arm's going to come up and over for gate pose. Dialing that left shoulder open again. The gaze can be down at the right. It can be up with the left hand. It can be out in front. Finding what works for the neck. Exhale, countering that pose. Left hand comes down. I like to slide my left foot in a little bit so it's not 90 degrees, but a little bit in. It just brings me a little bit more comfort. And then I'm going to sweep the right arm out in front of my face and then dial the right shoulder back so that my bicep is over my ear. I'm pushing into the outer edge of that right foot still. And I'm extending my fingers. If you want something a little bit more, you'll bring the arm back up. And then if you can try to balance here, bringing the right leg no higher than the hip. If you want a little quad stretch, you could bend into that right leg, grab the top of the right foot, and you don't want the knee or the ankle to come any higher than the hip. Roll the right shoulder back a bit and gently pull the foot towards the right glute, so the right foot towards the right glute. And you want to come out of it as you came in. So releasing, coming back down, bringing both hands back, swinging the right knee back under and coming into 3 rounds of cat and cow. 2 more. So we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, the same sequence. So we take the left leg out, reaching off the side of the mat, pressing down into the foot. The right hand stays where it is, and the left arm reaches up towards the sky. Only if that works for the shoulder. Remember, this is always an option. Then bringing some fluidity to this movement. On your exhale, reach down and through, keeping the left foot planted. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, reach it through. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, replace the left hand, slide the hands back towards the body, check in with the knee and the foot. I'm going to make an adjustment. Left hand rests on the outside of the left leg. Right arm comes up and reaches over towards the left, dialing that right shoulder open. Coming into gate pose. Exhale, the right hand comes down. You can keep the right leg out as it is. I like to swing mine in just about halfway. And then I take my left arm, sweep it in front of my face and head, and then roll that left shoulder back. I'm pushing into the outer edge of my left foot. At the same time, I'm extending my left fingertips in the same direction that my right fingertips are going, creating this nice length in my side body. If you want some more, you could take the hand up towards the sky and possibly lift the left leg, balancing here. If you want a quad stretch on the exhale, bending into that left knee, making sure that the knee and the ankle don't go any higher than the hip. Pull gently so that you're getting that quad stretch, rolling that left shoulder back just a bit. Exhale, release gently, release the arm back up, plant the hand, come on back onto all fours. 3 rounds of cat and cow. Stay connected with the breath. You're going to bring the right foot between the hands. You want to make sure that the right knee and ankle are in line with one another. I like to walk my left knee back a little bit, and again, toes can be tucked under or down, whatever is most comfortable for you. Inhale, take the arms up towards the sky for a low lunge. Really stretching into the hip flexors. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. If the arms don't extend because it's too much, you can keep the hands at the heart, you can keep the hands on the waist, you can keep the hands on the knee. There's lots of options. Finding what feels right for your body. Exhale, release the arms down. Take the left foot and slide it to the right outside, the outside part of your mat, the right side, and we're going to come back up. Use and keep the knee and ankle in line. Use the inside of the hand here. This hand comes on the waist, coming into a side low lunge. This feels really good in the right groin area. Staying connected with the breath. Release. Frame the front foot, slide the left foot back. Keep the left hand planted down to the earth and take the right arm up towards the sky for an easy twist. Stacking the shoulders, reaching up to the right fingers if that is okay for the body. Again, always an option. Exhale, frame the front foot. We're going to sweep the right leg back, keep the knee bent, and bring the leg up behind you, making sure the wrists are underneath the shoulders, coming into tiger pose. Now you might stay here, and this might be enough for you. Or you might take the left arm and reach around and grab that left foot. Exhale, gently release. Take the knees wide or close together, whatever works for you. Come back to Balasana, child's pose. Releasing the head back down to the earth or a block or a pillow. And take a few breaths here. Just checking in. Notice how you're feeling. Taking one more breath in and out. Inhale, coming back to center. Bringing the left foot between the hands. Making sure that the knee and ankle are in line. I like to walk my right knee back so I get a deeper stretch. And when you're ready, and if you can, inhale the arms up towards the sky. At the same time, you want to pull your left hip crease back and squeeze the legs towards the midline. I'm going to just keep breathing. I'm going to just turn to face you. I'm going to come down, release the hands, and turn that right foot. You're going to be turning it towards the left side of the mat. And then come up, take the left, like forearm wrist area, push into that left leg. Make sure you're keeping the knee and the ankle. Keep the right hand on the waist, and just open up into this side lunge, which feels really good in the groin. Breathing nice and deep. Exhale. Frame that foot, bring the right leg back, keep the right hand planted, take the left arm up towards the sky. Easy twist. Reach the fingertips up towards the sky. The shoulders are stacked. Exhale, release the left hand down. Gently bring the left foot back behind you, keeping the knee bend to bring the foot up towards the sky. And again, you can stay here, or if you have it in you, you can reach back, grab hold of that right foot, pushing the foot into the hand. You can see that my shoulder rolls back a bit. Try to keep my hip and knee in line, but it's kind of tricky. And then exhale, release, sitting back on the heels, coming into child's pose. Taking a few breaths here. Noticing how your body is feeling. On your next inhale, coming all the way up, tucking the toes under and lifting the hips up towards the sky, coming into your downward dog. And here in your downward dog, you want to bend your knees as much as you need to. You're dropping your belly towards your thighs. You can twist your dog by bending one knee towards the opposite side and then doing the same thing on the other side. You can walk your dog, bringing your heels up and down. You can just stay still. We're going to round the back, tuck the chin slightly, and come forward. Then bend the knees almost towards the earth and lift the hips back. And doing a couple of rounds of this. Coming back to your downward dog. Gently walking your feet to your hands. Taking your feet about as wide as your hips. And then folding forward. Again, knees bent as much as you need. Shaking the head no and shaking the head yes. And then root to rise, gently lift up, bringing the arms up overhead and the hands down to the heart center. We're going to step the left leg back. And we're going to build this posture, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 from the ground up. Left foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Right foot is pointing forward. Right heel is lined up with the left instep. Bend into that right knee so that the knee and the ankle are in line with one another. At the same time, you're activating this leg. Activate the quad. Push into the outer edge of that left foot. So much so that the instep comes up, the left instep. When you feel like you're solid in your base, you can tuck your tailbone slightly, and then the arms could come out. Taking one more breath here. When you're inhale, we're going to straighten the leg and lift the arms up overhead, touching fingers up top. And then exhale, coming back. 2 more of those. Inhale up. Exhale down. 1 more. Bring the hands to the waist. Turn both toes towards the top of the mat. Toes slightly pointing in, hand to the waist. Inhale, lift the heart, squeeze the shoulders on the back body and the elbows towards one another. And here we're going to come into a forward fold. I have to bend my knees pretty deep to come into this in a way that feels comfortable for you. Your body might be different. Bringing the hands down to the earth, releasing the head, the neck, and the shoulders. And again, everybody is different. So respecting where you're at and coming into what's comfortable for you, but where you're finding some benefit to your body. And once you get into a position, then try to just relax into the breath as much as you possibly can. Breathing in and out through the nose. And at any time, if you feel like you want to let out a big sigh, if you want to do a little skandasana, you can go side to side, bending into one knee and then the other. And this week you could do with your hands on the ground. You can also do it with your hands up. It's a little more of a challenge. You could lift the toes of the straight leg. Lots of options here. So finding what feels right for your body today in this moment. On your next inhale, lift up halfway onto your fingertips. Exhale, fold. Bring the hands to the waist. Inhale, slowly roll yourself up. Coming all the way up and just shake out the upper body. We're going to turn the left toes towards the top of the mat. The right foot is parallel with the short edge of the mat. I generally don't wear socks while doing yoga, but here I am. I'm going to bend into the left knee so that the ankle and the knee are in line with one another. Push into the outer edge of that right foot. My left heel and right instep are in line with one another. I'm going to tuck my tailbone, and then when I feel ready, I could take the arms out. I want the shoulders away from the ears. The arms are strong. They're engaged. The whole body is really engaged in this posture, and your gaze is out over your front fingers. You're breathing. Inhale, lengthen and straighten. Exhale, coming back. Have some fun with the arms here. Releasing the hands down to the waist. Turn the left toes in, and then you could just heel. I can't even do it. Heel toe, the feet together, And then come back to a seat, whatever's comfortable for you. How's the body feeling after a few minutes of stretching? It's about 20 minutes or so. And just take a moment, perhaps thinking about something that you feel grateful for in this moment. Bringing the hands together at the heart center, holding yourself in gratitude for taking the time to practice. I hope that you enjoy or have enjoyed this practice and that you continue to practice with me when possible. Thank you for joining. Namaste. Yeah.